is it fair to say that Cartel, Vybz Kartel, is now certified as the king of dancehall? Jackson, take it away with that one.
I'm hearing from it. Is he the king of dancehall? At the end of the day, I think the king of dancehall is someone that's crowned by the people,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if we're looking at it from that perspective, I feel like in that moment he was the king of the dancehall. In that moment, yes.
Mm. So is he the reigning king? Is that your viewer for no or that moment? What do you mean?
I don't think the king of dancehall is a static term where where it's like the hierarchy in England where once you're king until you die. That's not how it works. You're king
Mm.
until you're not relevant anymore, right?
Mm.
I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination that the next proclaimed king being a man is not king anymore, right? But I want the people them say, and right now the people must say cartel. So me think, yeah, if the people must say cartel, then a cartel, I just say it work. So if Beanie
Mm.
Man decides he want to take back the crown, then he must go. He has to stay current. He must stay relevant. I mean, Yellow Man did King of Dancehall one time. Yellow Man not did. So, or is he? I don't even know. Right? So,
Jesus.
no, I'm being honest. I don't know. I don't know. So, at the end of the day, I'm just saying it's not a static term where once you're king forever, right? So,
He's still alive.
I'm
The
still
great King
alive.
Yellowman is still alive.
Big up King
Big up,
Yellow.
yeah.
So
All
we have
right.
to look at the characteristic that bring across the king. It has to be considered, longevity. You have to think about the global impact and also the onstage presence of a king. Do you think there are anyone you mentioned three names? You mentioned King Yellowman, you mentioned Beenie Man, and you mentioned Vybz Kartel. You say currently you would say people are saying Vybz Kartel. Do you think each of them are even Kartel now has these characteristics as relates to on-stage presence and performance, global impact, and longevity? Q.
So no doubt, he is one of the king of dancehall. No doubt. And for someone to be incarcerated for 13 years and come back out and people still remember, cheer for him, free world boss. He doesn't have to use the word king of dancehall. He could say he's the world boss of dancehall because that's his name, world boss. But that come with the crown also, right? But if you should put Beenie Man on a stage, he's still going to give you a performance unlike any other, right? So does that mean he's not relevant? He may not be having a hit song, but that don't make him irrelevant.
Yeah, correct.
Right now, you think the tour he's going on right now, he's not gonna have a sold out crowd. He hasn't been in those places for a very long time. They're anticipating him right now. Now, when you had the King of Scotland, you also have the King of England. Does that take away from the King of Scotland?
You can't compare it like that because it's a king of a genre.
No, but this is what I'm saying. There's different error. You notice I said King Yellowman?
Yeah,
I'm not going to discredit him. We only have, so far, how much King of Dancehall we had? I have.
Well, actually, we know about two,
Exactly.
know about that, and let's say three.
Okay, so yeah, discredit one person. It's okay, but three, right?
No. We don't want to do that. Don't do that.
No.
Actually,
We all know
it's
it's three, but you say you know about
I'm talking
two.
about the past. I'm talking about the past. That's why I'm
All
saying
right,
two.
so So each of them have their audience, right? The audience that Vybz Kartel have, Yellow Man don't have it. And the audience that Yellow Man have, Vybz Kartel do not have it. Let me not say Beanie Man, Vybz Kartel, because it's close. When it was Yellow Man and Beanie Man, it was the same thing. So comparison.
I'm not sure I'm naming there.
Let me just say this: comparison steals the joy. So let's not compare them, because Beanie Man put in the work, Yellow Man put in the work, and Vybz Kartel, him at the theme part. A theme time now.
So hold on, let me ask you a question. Hold on, no. I'm asking you a question. Who is the king of the dancehall now, today?
We have 3 different kings in dancehall.
It can't be 3 king, brother.
You have the grandfather, you have the father, you have the son.
So if the grandfather, the father, and the son in the house. So your house where you buy with your money. And your grandfather, your father come.
No, then you're the king.
So you got 3 king in the house. And...
No, what I'm trying to say is they have 3 different empires, right?
Only one king, brother.
The current king, the man of the moment, the man of the match.
So you steal my answer now.
The man of the match. Let me correct myself when I said the father, the son, and the grandfather. Let me continue saying the king of Scotland and the king of England.
Three different places in there, but all right.
So let's all right. So again, let me just remind everyone to go ahead and subscribe, leave a comment, make sure you hit the like button. It's all about common sense. Make it make sense.
Click on that one, not this one.
Yeah, thumbs up. Yeah. So make sure you go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? Share, tell a friend. It's all about common sense, make it make sense. And we are talking about current affairs. And the topic that we are on right now is the king of dancehall. Now we have Jackson saying that he knows about 3 kings, but currently the reigning king is Jackson?
Kartel.
Kartel.
Kartel, you no. Beat them bad.
No, Q is saying that there are more than one kings of dancehall. Did I get that right, Q?
Yes.
Yes, and you're not taking away from any other king. But it's currently the reigning one would be who?
No, you can't take that from him. You can't take that from him.
The reigning one is who? Who is it?
Well, I would say if Vybz Kartel didn't come out of prison, you know, I would have said it's Massacre.
You would say it's Massacre? I'd try say.
Let me say this, right?
Yeah.
It's Vybz Kartel now. But if Massacre continues the same way, he's going to be next.
No, I agree. He can be next. There's no
once he continue the way how Massacre is carrying the weight of dancehall right now. You have to give credit where credit is due. He is carrying the weight of dancehall.
In terms of current songs.
But
in terms of hits.
Hold on, gentlemen, hold on. Some are saying that until Massacre go ahead and do that clash with Alkaline and win that clash, then they can crown him as the king. Some are saying that.
Well, it doesn't have to be Alkaline, but I feel like he hasn't gone through the fire as yet. So you see, like Yellow Man go through the fire with Ninja Man and Super Cat and all of them people, Mm-hmm. Beanie Man go through it with Bounty Killer and I guess Movado at some point as well. And then Kartel go through it with Movado and all of the other people in clash with Alkaline.
So you need that big war underneath his belt.
No, man, you need to do some of that. Some of that African. Because a part of dancehall.
Seems like you're not watching. Seems like you don't really know who Massacre is. Do your homework.
Brother, hold on. I lived in Portmore. I lived in Portmore, okay? We know about Massacre before the whole of we know about Massacre from when Massacre, before Massacre even have sang for radio, we know about Massacre.
No, you're talking about when Massacre was a gladiator. we're talking about the transition from a prince to a king.
Yeah, but no, some don't know him.
No. But what I'm saying is,
him
him
know
have
him
a
from
few
the
up here and
underground.
belt. I stand corrected there, but him have a few up here and then belt.
All right, so remember we're looking on global impact. If I should show in the global impact ring, Sean Paul is one of the most known number one dancehall artists and the most streamed artists of all time. And he does a marvelous set when it comes to performance worldwide. You know what I mean? He has one of the most streaming hits in dancehall history. You guys forget Sean Paul? The most Billboard hits as a dancehall artist.
Let me ask you this question.
Most streamed dancehall artist.
Can I ask you this question? If Sean Paul is performing at the National Stadium, right? Can he pull that crowd that Vybz Kartel pull?
No, I want you to bear this in mind. When
in Jamaica,
an artist going to, I'm answering you. Allow me to finish. When an artist go to jail and is missing out of the scene for a while.
Yeah.
So if Sean Paul guys go to jail and missing out of the scene for 13 years and come out, he couldn't pull that crowd.
I don't think that's right.
The demand for an artist, we can look at Jack Cure, who was in jail. We can look at Bujo. The demand for an artist when he's missing off the scene and he's loved by his people, and he's coming out and the grand promotions around that artist will bring such an impact. But we are talking about the global atmosphere.
So let me ask you this question then.
This man has the most number one for dancehall on the Billboard. You know, the most global collabs, the most streaming artists, and I think that we are Jamaican because he's not the street ruffian. You know, people have to understand when it comes to a king, you know, the impact of a king. Yeah. It doesn't mean that you have to be the one who win the war. You probably have a general of the army like a Vybz Kartel who needs ring fear in many others when he goes out on the battlefield. But the king is the one who has that global stamp.
So he's the current king now?
I'm saying the conversation is there. Because no one has matched up to his streaming capability, his Billboard capability, his number ones, and also his collabs. Currently, no one has matched up to that.
What's up? If I may.
Mm-hmm.
Shame on you.
Shame on me.
Shame on you. Vybz Kartel.
I want you to know that
let me explain why it's a shame on you.
I want to know that the people are listening.
Let me explain. May I?
Are you discrediting Sean Paul? Go ahead.
May I?
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
No doubt to Sean Paul, a great artist, and he has done a lot for the culture. However,
as a brown man like yourself, continue.
However, Vybz Kartel responsible for the next generation of dancehall artists.
Thank you. Who Sean Paul?
He has done. Let me continue. He has done. Nobody has been in prison for the past 13 years and still sell gold and silver. Just bear in mind, with all the restrictions, remember this man, just to know that you might not come out of prison.
In rap music and dancehall, being in jail is a credit.
No, but this guy was not spending 10 years or 20 years. This guy was supposed to spend the rest of his life in prison. So whatever he had hold on to in his events, I want you
to look at the facts and not emotions. You're looking at emotion. Let's look on the facts. Who has the most?
The man should not worry about him health. No, listen.
That's what I'm asking.
About fame. No, forget about fame. Forget about fame and all these things. The man have health issues.
Hold on, Q. We are talking about the global impact. We don't want to bring it to health and empathy and all of that.
Okay.
We are talking about global impact.
You saw the man hold up the airport, you know. No, the man hold up the airport, you know. The man hold up the airport, you know.
How much flight delay? Whoever did that?
Listen, I was coming to Jamaica and the man made the plane fare go up.
Yeah, that's true.
So we are
We're not
having
talking
a
about,
discussion.
we're not talking about, we're not talking about taxi. Hold on, we're not talking about taxi fare from Spanish Town to Ochi now. Okay.
I think that a broad man, you'd show more respect to Sean Paul, you know. Being that you have that uptone look yourself, you know. I think you'll show more respect to Sean Paul. What we're saying is, I'm not saying that Sean Paul is the king of dancehall, but I'm
What are
saying
you
that
saying? What are you
because
saying then?
Because
that's
that's the
what I'm
king of
saying.
dancehall we are talking about. So how him come
We're
in there?
talking about the king of dancehall, and you
All right,
mentioned
so
Sean Paul.
you're
Are
shouting
you
and
saying?
shouting.
Are you
You're
saying?
shouting. You're
No, no,
shouting.
no.
It's not going to stop me
You say
from just saying what I'm
because you
saying.
said
I don't
because
want to
you said
talk. You
no
ask me
because you
what
said
I
I'm
say,
emotion. You're
and
saying
I'm
I'm
trying to
emotional.
talk.
You're saying I'm
Let
emotional.
me talk. Can I talk, please? Can I
Let me
talk,
get a
please?
scatter look. Let me get a
As,
scatter look.
as a grown man, I expect you to pick up your grown man. You know.
Let me
The
get a
only
scatter.
grown man that answer I beat him so bad. But let me talk. Let me talk to you now. We are talking about names that you guys throw into it. You
Yeah.
went ahead and you said Vybz Kartel and then you come with Massacre. You're saying that Massacre don't reach there yet. He's a prince and he can soon be the reigning king. Remember you said that, you know, and we're having king conversation. So I went ahead and I said to you, let's look on someone that also we can show his name in there, which has
About popcorn.
outsell. Can I finish, sir? I've outsell all these persons that you're mentioning. Who has
So,
more number ones on Billboard than this person that you're mentioning? I said, throw his name into it.
all right, let
Let's
me
look
hold
at
on.
that.
Let me flip the conversation. Who is the king of rap?
I can't tell you that.
Because if using your analogy, then it's Drake. Because nobody outsell Drake.
I wouldn't say that.
We're talking about facts, sir. Facts we're
Okay,
talking
so
about.
so
So
if not Drake then, who would you say?
I
If you're not
mean,
using the analogy that
I'm
I'm
just
using.
using your analogy, sir. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
so if you're
if
not, I'm saying if you're not using my analogy of someone that is outselling
I know that we are talking about king of dancehall.
oh, you're
But
changing, you're
I'm just
changing.
using your analogies to make you see
I think,
how your sound. At the
I
end of the
think
day,
even
you cannot
In
use.
dancehall, Mr. Witter,
I think,
if I may.
hold on, Q, let me answer it. I think Vybz Kartel himself on the Fix interview stated that Drake is the man, and if he should, I'm sure right now.
Commercially. It's specified
Can I finish?
commercially.
Can I finish, please?
Of course.
He
Factual.
stated, can I finish? He stated that
Facts.
if anybody should be able to sing 10 Drake songs, they can't sing two Kendrick songs, who people sing Kendrick is the man.
Exactly.
Your
Yes.
own person that you're representing right now. So it's a commercially and bringing in music. That's why he went ahead and changed his music so he could sing songs that persons could understand and not doing the fast music. So he himself go ahead and change the fast lyrics to more melody and flow to appeal commercially. And that's how he able
You
to,
know what the
that's
key
one of
word
the
there is
music that
there?
he was
You know what the key word
appeal.
is there? Change. That means he has it. That means he has done it. He done the rhyme, done the careless tune them and the you know the bad man thing. He's done it. He's done it all. And him done the
Just a piece
commercial
of
stuff as well.
conversation.
So at the end of
We
the
don't,
day,
we don't want to talk
at
too
the
much
end of
on
the
it.
day,
Let's some more topics.
in terms of
Let's some more
the
topics.
genre of dancehall, in terms of the genre of dancehall, he's the most accomplished person in terms of the genre of dancehall. In terms of collabs, who Cartel a collab with? And that before him go to jail. You can imagine now when him come out?
Cartel, not taking away nothing from Cartel. Cartel, very good artist. Great
King of
artist.
the dancehall.
Is one of the most impactful artists ever. But we have to look on certain elements of the music as well. Not just
He's the
the
most
street.
right. He's the most
Um,
influential dancehall artist of
I
all
would,
time at this point in time.
well, who influenced him?
Yeah,
Him
when you
father,
say that,
Bounty.
right? The biggest man. No,
Hold on,
I don't know if I
hold
would
on,
say he's the
hold
most
on. The biggest
influential,
man,
but
gentlemen,
we have more
gentlemen,
topics to discuss. We don't
gentlemen.
want
You
to stay
asked
too
me a
much on
question.
give
You
him
asked me a
last
question.
point.
Allow me to answer that question. The biggest man was once a baby. So everybody need a helping hand at some point in time. It's a journey. It's not just about the destination. Vybz Kartel was not always this influential. He learned, He worked on himself. 10 years ago, you could dispute the kingship. But with all the relevance and all the things that he has going on, and to spend 13 years and still come back and still have the crowd the way he have the crowd right now, you have to give him the respect. A lot of darts, this gentleman make it look easy. And I think that's the issue. We're leaving behind the scene. This gentleman make it look very easy, and it's not. And that's what I have to say about that.
Say no, that easy reigning. You agree with Kemar that easy reigning. I don't want to take anything away from these gentlemen names that were mentioned in the conversation, which is King Yellowman, Beanie Man, Vybz Kartel, Sean Paul, Alkaline, and Massacre. Great
mentioned.
artists. Yes, I mentioned it.
It was not mentioned.
I mentioned him.
You didn't need to mention him.
Viewers are listening and they see that you're biased or against it. That's a family dealing. Dealing with that family. I won't go with you.
You know, I need to mention Alkaline.
Alkaline has stand out tremendously over 10 years, and from an artist has 10 years of career, you have to respect. Let's not discredit it. That's why I'm bigging up all these artists. It's just a means of conversation, but they have done their fair well. Now look at this way, that he was even mentioned at Vybz Kartel concert by the Queen, the reigning Queen. But anyways, let's leave that for next time. Let's talk about the man of the year, the artist of the year. If you should say who got the artist of 2024 for dancehall on a global scale, who that artist would be, I think I just hear from.
We don't have